everyone. This is Pick a Card. My name is Jane. Welcome in. Glad to have you here in my energy today. Oh, I am psychic and an energy intuitive. So these messages are to help you with your day-to-day life, your path, where you are in your energy, what you could use for a little bit of advice or encouragement. So, these messages do bring some insight and guidance, some truth, education, and it's just to help guide you. So with that, this is group 1, group 2, group 3. So you can just pick whatever card that resonates with you, whatever draws your attention and holds it. That's your main message. You can pick more than one card. All of our sessions really, because it's not just me, it's Spirit is with me today, and they help deliver these messages for you. Now, for me as well, for us. So all of our sessions are timeless. So whenever you find this, it's the right time for you. And don't try to force anything or try to make anything fit. If it's for you, you will resonate with it. And with that, let the magic begin. Okay, if you need more time, you can just pause the video. I'm moving on to group 1. Welcome, group 1. So you have chosen, what do they call that again? Oh, I don't remember what they call those things again. And it looks like he's holding the sun. Okay, it's number 37, Time to Dance Around the Sun. Oh, literally. So, okay, that's the name of it. Time to Dance Around the Sun. Sorry. Should have read that first, I suppose. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, they want me to stop. They want me to pull out a card here that they want read to you at the very end of the reading. So let's see what Spirit. Ooh, it's too many Spirit. Whoa, these are slippery. Just move them aside here. There we go. Triple Spiral. Listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. Because we learn more than one. Oh, didn't think that would stay there, actually. And the bottom's protection, strong protective magic for the family and the home, number 10, and that's number 11. Okay, so that's done. Okay, here we go. Let's continue. This is, oh my goodness, number 17, even wisdom needs to rest. Look, and that card there is talking about, didn't that just talk about wisdom? Listening to divine wisdom. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to read these cards because I'm not, like, there's a small little thing that Spirit wants me, I don't know what they want me to read out of the book for those. So, you want me to read that now or later? Okay, I just heard them say later, so we're going to continue here. So you have Temperance. Wow. Temperance is about, like, balance. Like with the water too, the Temperance is like renew your spirit. Renew your spirit. And then like here is like time to dance around the sun. See, with Temperance too, you could be like the peacemaker in your family or group of friends or whatever, because the peacemaker is the person that is always like trying to get everybody to compromise, and the compromise is what, it's like a part of creating balance, right? It's like, You know, you're probably always somebody always trying to make things okay for everyone. Okay, so what's the next card? Ooh, the sun again. Look, you have the sun and then the sun. Wow, Spirit, that blows me away here because, ooh, this is all about self-care. This is all about like life and hope. You know, it's like, you know how like you feed a garden, like you feed like the plants, you water them, you tend to them, you nurture them. That's what the sun is. That's like, you know, you're doing that for yourself. So that's why, like, time to dance around the sun. Maybe you need to be doing this self-care, and this, because it'll be bring some kind of renewal for you. Okay, they're going to have me read these two here. Just, there's a quick little thing here they want you to know. So number 37. Number 37. The essential meaning is victory after hard work, celebration of achievements, having the advantage to win. Is there anything else you want me to read here? Now is the time to celebrate your good fortune and share it with others. You are a beacon of hope for many to have the courage to have shown to. In so many ways, your success gives others hope. Isn't that a beautiful thing? It has something to do with this renewal. Okay, I'm going to have to read. When it's time to dance around the sun, you can be sure of sweet victory in all your endeavors. Perhaps you're surprised at the sudden success. Don't be. You've worked hard to be here now, learned many lessons. Oh my goodness. And look, that's what that card is talking about. Learning life's lessons. That's why you kept drawing me to, they kept drawing me back to the beginning here. But then they were like making me look at this too. So I was back and forth with these two here. Perhaps you'd be surprised at this sudden success. Don't be. You've worked hard to be here now, learned many lessons, and integrated their wisdom, and finally chose the right actions. So you've clearly have come from, you know, some hard lessons, I believe, that, you know, you've had some life lessons that you've learned. Yeah, I just noticed that the circle around this too, the circle of the sun here. Okay, so it's true. You didn't do everything, all the work to get here. The universe has been working on your behalf in the hidden realms for some time now to co-create your dreams and weave them into reality. How could you doubt this mystical, magical partnership with the divine? Yes, sometimes things take longer than you hope for, but you keep acting on faith. Trust that the form of your dreams will manifest in perfect ways and in perfect timing. Okay, so that's why there's going to be this renewal here. Yeah, because you know what? 14 is also 5, which is transformation. And yeah, that's cool. Okay, so 17. Let's see what number 17 says here. The essential means giving yourself time to slow down and dream, allowing ideas to form without forward movement. A necessary natural cycle of downtime. So this is where the rest thing here. Sometimes you are exposed to so much information, it overwhelms you. You aren't able to translate the knowledge into wisdom because you don't find time for integration. Life is busy, and you may be used to moving through life's obstacles course at a fast pace. And that's what they're talking about here, like to find that self, like to nurture and find that self-care. That's what the rest is for, so that all that education that you're learning and all the things that you're going through has time to bring a renewal here. You might even be at a time in your life when you're working so hard to achieve your goals, You think you're not allowed to take a break. What if you miss something or let go of a responsibility? What would happen if you said no to something or someone? Now is the time for releasing the badge of busy. It is a time for slowing down and integrating the knowledge you have gained. You will not receive the wisdom of your past experiences if you don't pause and process. Take your eyes off your to-do lists and goals. Relax, knowing that resting is imperative to integrate the information you need to thrive. Now is the time for dreaming, for downtime, for slowing your pace and taking things off your plate. Maybe take a vacation, or at the very least schedule time to do nothing. It's an uncanny truth that the cycle of non-action, not doing, resting, and dreaming can sometimes bring the most astounding revelations upon your return. Remember, even wisdom needs rest. And that's what, like, she's here in her bathing suit, so obviously she's just chilling out, because what else do you do when you're on your bathing suit? You're in your bathing suit, you're just lounging around, you're, maybe go for a swim if you get too hot, have a nice drink, you just, chilling, basically, or trying to chill because it's hot. Yeah. Okay. All right. That was very informative. That was awesome. That was really awesome. Those cards. And then especially where this is like listening to the divine wisdom and joyful learning, life's lessons. And that's exactly what these two cards are talking about. Like all these lessons. And now you need to rest from learning all those lessons so that wisdom can now like soak into your psyche and like recharge you in a better way. Spirit. Okay. They're going to have me pull, look at that. Hawk, messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Yeah. And just like this one has wings too. Oh my goodness. It says here, Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. Okay. Well, play. Yeah, and that's what they're talking about. Do some of that, some fun things, some relaxing things. Go to the beach, go for a swim. Laze around, read a book. Rest, sleep, even. Even the biggest giants need sleep, need rest. Okay. Okay, let's see what. Okay, Spirit. We're ready to find out what we need to know on this one here. Since that one kind of got, it was kind of really slow motion coming out, but it made it. Yeah, I was looking at this card here with the third eye, thinking how like, yeah, because you have to have that wisdom and knowing when to slow down and rest, right? Oh, wolf, revealer of truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play, just like the dolphin card, Spirit. That's funny. Great wisdom, no joke. Great wisdom. They're talking about that wisdom again. Comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. That's the lesson, Spirit. They keep repeating that same message over and over from this card, these cards to this card to this one. Oh, that's funny, Spirit. It's very funny. But there's this temperance. There's going to be a complete renewal going on here. That's so funny. Okay, Spirit, what else do you want here? Oh, hold on. Okay, they're asking me to bring out one of these ones here. Detachment. Intuition, Spirit. I was just talking about that third eye. Oh, my goodness. Okay, intuition. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. Just like what I'm doing right now. I'm just like, I'm tapping in and I'm just like, okay, what's the next step? What next? What next? What next? You know what I mean? Tapping into that. And I was just like, it's funny because I was just talking about that intuition, the third eye. That's funny. And oh yeah, look, I just noticed it's got the third eye here too. It's funny, Spirit. They are hilarious. Okay, is there another card here? Okay. Detachment. Look back on the bottom. Isn't that funny why they and how they do that? Okay, let me see. With detachment, you fondly feel whole inside, with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire. Ironically, that's often when it's fulfilled. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my. That's so funny, Spirit. Okay. Okay, they want like one of these. Look, I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Okay. Oops. See, birds are considered messengers, especially crows. And, you know, like, it's like you're getting this message brought to you. Okay. Earth pulsing. And you know that other card that came up here on the bottom after this one was grounding. Oh my God, this is the one because it says, look, earth pulsing. It says, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. No joke. Look at that. And that's what they were talking about, this rest here. And look, I remember right back, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Oh my God. I love this when they do this. I love it. Okay, so you want one of these? I want a clarifying life situation card here. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Look at that. Just go with it. Embrace spontaneity and trust the journey, remaining open to unexpected twists and turns along the way. Twists and turns. Look at that. You see how it's got like all the circles here and there's spiral? Like, see, there's a spiral there, spiral there. The sun also has like the... Okay, so it has just go with it, right? And then it came out with this one right behind it, making plans. Chart your course with intention. The future is yours to design and navigate. They want another card to come out here. So what's on the bottom? Steady as you go. Navigate with patience and resilience, trusting in your inner strength to guide you through life's twists and turns. Again, it just, isn't that what this just talked about, the twists and turns? And on the bottom of the deck, it talks about the twists and turns yet again, those twists and turns. Wow. I think you've been through a lot of turmoil, like the swirling, like almost like I want to say rapids in a water, like this waterfall, like, oh my gosh, I just realized the water flowing down and then the water flowing down in this card. That's cool. Okay, so they wanted a truth oracle here to come out. Okay, so... Okay. Look at that. Ascending, level up, promotion and progress. Look. That's what's happening when you allow this, the wisdom that you've been learning to integrate into your psyche, into Okay, because how this works is when you're learning different things, um, your your body actually recalibrates for that information. Okay. All right. So they're asking me to read this one. And I'm always guided to put this here. So this will have something to do with like these main things here. So I just need to get the book because I don't know what there's like different things in the book. Different. Oh, look, that's number 11. Yeah, there's different things in this book here, and I don't know exactly what they want me to read. They're just gonna. So the triple spiral. Okay. This is actually an ancient symbol here. It's about the solstice, which is the moon. Let's see. Okay, it does talk about manifesting, and I think we already discussed something about that, right? I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure what they want me to read here. Oh my God, that's why it's the renewal card. Okay, because this here is the triple spiral symbol represents the full cycle of human life. And then it talks about like the time to dance around the sun. And then the sun here is around the sun. And then this is, so they're talking about, it's the full cycle of the human life. So that's the birth, the death, and the reincarnation. Okay, so the triumph of spirit over body. Oh my goodness, that's the renewal of temperance. It represents the divine in all of us and the cycles of life we go through as we journey from youth to maturity to wisdom. The triple spiral symbol is sometimes known as the triple goddess. See number 24, the goddess symbol. Number 24. Oh, I guess it's this way. They want us to look at that. 24. The goddess symbol. Okay. All right. Okay. So this, okay. Okay. So they're saying the appearance of this symbol, this is the goddess symbol, like, because it sent us from this thing here to go to this one. So it says the appearance of this symbol indicates the importance of women's cycles and gatherings of sacred sisterhood and creating deeper connections with like-minded souls. Research natural treatments and remedies such as Reiki, massage, kinesiology, aromatherapy, and sound healing. Allow yourself to be open to the divine feminine while tender and nurturing. She is also powerful and transformative. Goddess energy is comforting, protective, and loving. So view this symbol as a reminder to nurture yourself and others when gentle words and expectations. Nurture yourself. That, and they're talking about that. So basically, I was reading this one. I was reading this card, but it said to go to the goddess one, which is about the nurturing yourself spirit. So it just brought me a full circle. Thanks, spirit. That's funny. You're hilarious. Okay, so that was actually really interesting to do because it was really one card was for two. That's funny. Okay, I think there's something else here because they're not letting me like put the book down. It's saying here, manifest your dreams In the short time we have that we here on, okay, in the short time we are, oh my goodness, let me try this again. In the short time we are here on earth, we learn many lessons and receive many gifts that we bring with us into the afterlife. Metaphysical texts state that if we learn a skill or truth on earth, we carry this knowledge with us into the next life. And this is like the coyote, the revealer of truth. So you're somebody that has a whole lot of truth from all these lessons and the wisdom. Wow, that's amazing. Okay. And that's why when you pass on from this life and go into the next, you're going to be even that much wiser in the next life that you go and have. Well, that's freaky cool. Okay, so work with this symbol to truly understand the life lessons you came here to learn, and decide to learn them joyfully and with grace and comfort. Oh, Spirit, that's beautiful. Okay, so whoever this reading is for, I hope this is going to really help you and guide you and open you up to a whole different way of looking at things, to understand what could be happening and going on with you, and how you do need to, like when you're taking in all that wisdom, like how you do need to rest so that you can take and your body can then recalibrate that information because it becomes part of your DNA. Spirit, that's beautiful. Okay, with that, I'm going to move to group 2. So I hope you have a good day, and sending love and light. Welcome, group 2. You have chosen, what does it say? It's number 44. Weavers know that all is God. Okay. Yeah, those lights shooting out of there. I don't, they want me to read something there. I'm not sure what they want me to read. When the grit became a pearl. When the grit became a pearl, number 27. You know what? And that also is a 9. So that would be like the end. Like, you know, it goes through all that, like the sand, the grit, and then it turns into a pearl in the end. So it's like in the very end, it's the end of something maybe. You know, I guess this one here too, because a weaver, they know that all is God. And when you get to that, that means like you finished like a cycle. Maybe that's what that round, you know, and it's round. It's like, you know, some cycle has been, you know, and the pearl's round. Okay, so let's just keep going here. Oh, sorry, Spirit. Okay, they said that, okay, they want me to flip that back. Before I go any further, they want me to pull out a card here to read at the end. So let me do that before I get too into it. Because they're going to get me to read this because I don't know what these are. And there's a message in there they want you to know. There's like a paragraph or a little blurb or something they want me to expand on. Oops. You don't want all those, do you, Spirit? No. Okay. Yeah, you know, I was looking at this and I'm almost kind of thinking how, like, how, you know, like an oyster has such a, you know, their shell is really hard to crack open. And like you have to spend it, this grit has to spend a lot of time, a long time in this shell before it becomes a pearl. So you could be somebody that's been doing a lot of looking within yourself and, you know, coming to terms with your feelings and, you know, maybe processing old hurts and things like that. I'm not quite sure, though. We'll have to... Okay, Spirit, any time now? Okay, they're asking me to split it, so I'm going to do that on camera. Or cut it, I mean. Perseverance. The motivation to keep going despite the odds. Just like, you know what I mean? Until they're done here, you won't know that there's going to be a pearl, right? Number 33. And then you have number 44. Okay. And protection's on the bottom. And you know, it's funny because I'm pretty sure protection was on the bottom for the last reading, the last group too. So for group 1, strong protection magic for the family and the home. That's funny that that came out for both of them. That's number 10. Yeah, that's funny that okay, so let's move on here. So this is the tarot, the Empress. Okay, the Empress is all about intuition. It's all about, you know, like she has this ankh here with the heart. So it's like, yeah, it's like she knows that stillness, like finding that, you know, like being within that stillness. You know, that's where you find all those secrets, right? That's where you discover all those secrets. When you're in that stillness and that quietness in your mind. Okay. You know, also the Empress is a very maternal person. Oh my gosh. You know, this is about nurturing your spirit too. Like your gut instincts. Your gut instincts. You know, this card means that you're either like really, really connected, or you need to reconnect if you're not connected at this time. I think at one time you were definitely connected because the Empress is like you're connected, but you might not have been for a little while. And if not, they're telling you or asking you, encouraging you to reconnect right away. And use your instincts to guide you back. I don't know why they're saying that. You know, maybe you've been shut off, like you've been in this like protective, like closed off or something. Okay, what's this one? The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Well, you're charming. And you're sure of yourself. Because, you know, obviously you're an Empress, so... And the Knight of Cups is very sure of themselves. And a little mysterious, too. Because, I mean, you got a fish, and what is he wearing? A coat? In a mug? Yeah. And you know what? You probably have a few, you know, this one's got secrets, too. So you both have secrets. The Empress, you have secrets. And then the King of... the Knight of Cups. You know, and kind of like this oyster, because, I mean, until you really crack it open, you don't really know what's inside of it. You know what I mean? Like you could just be finding sand, but you could find a pearl. Yeah. You know, you turn, and you know what? The Knight of Cups is someone that like turns within themselves to solve their problems. So that's why this oyster is very significant here. And they're going to right now have me read these two here because number 44 and 27, because there's like an additional message, a little message here. Okay, so 44. That one's 27. Let's go to 44. Oh, that's the end of the book, I think. I think that's the very last card. It is too. Okay, so the essential meaning is the conscious universe is the source of supply. Spirit is fundamental to life. The mystical is the primary reality. Okay, that didn't help me at all. I don't think it helped you either. The weavers know that all is God. Do you? This is a profound magical time in your life, and it's important that you recognize your relationship with the higher power as essential and primary. That's why they were talking about the Empress here and saying how if, like, you probably at one point, either you are really still connected, and if you're not currently, that you need to be. Because I see that she has a star on one earring and a moon on the other. So that means that you're like a really powerful energy. And I'm not sure why you could have disconnected. Okay, so, but they're saying that it's essential and primary. Consider all the gifts of your very existence. When you breathe, ask yourself, who is breathing you? What force moves through you, animating you and those you love? The universe is a spark of life within you and nature. In you is true magic, connecting you to the web of all creation. Each strand woven on your behalf is pure consciousness. Right now, you're being asked to remember this and feel what that means to you. Every single thing in your life is sacred and infused with the power of spirit, God, and conscious universe. Even your difficulties are infused with the sacred and are always beckoning you to remember who you truly are, an immortal spiritual being having a mortal human experience. Can you see right now that whatever you're asking about has divinity sparkling through it? Treat the subject of your query with reverence and step into the sacred dance. You cannot go wrong. You're meant to have this experience right now. Yeah, that's why they're saying, like, to tune back in, like, right away, because you're supposed to have this kind of experience, some kind of experience. I don't know, maybe this is gonna put you back online or something. What does this one say? That perseverance, the motivation to keep going despite the odds. And that's why I was thinking maybe that you had gone through some kind of hardship, which has created this closed off. It made you close off from your spiritual journey. But because you have like the Empress and the Knight of Cups, that makes you someone that is, you're very mysterious, and it's a lot about, you have secrets, but you also have a lot of intuitive divinity, is what I just heard. And both of these are ones that, they use their gut instincts, right? Okay, so number 27 is the essential meaning is reinvention, learning from past mistakes, surrendering to the lesson with grace, maturity. Okay, so something transformative is happening within you. All that friction, irritation, and resentment, the growing pains, identifying with your wounds, and then releasing them. You've been through rough seas for sure. Now you hold the precious pearl of wisdom in your hands and heart and psyche. You are forever changed. After all, you cannot change the pearl back to the grit, nor would you want to. Yes, you might get triggered here and there, but the ghosts of the past, by the ghosts of the past, but nothing compared to the arduous journey of learning you have been on. You will notice how quickly you can turn things around, how quiet you can become in the middle of a storm, how adept you've become at knowing when to speak up or to step away, how mature you are now. I'm telling you, that's this spirit. This is the time to look at how far you've come and to be mindful of opportunities, relationships, and interactions that remind you of the ones you've been through already. You do not have to learn the same things repeatedly. You have the choice now to move forward or walk away. That's why they're saying to reconnect. If you're not already connected, to get on it right away. Yep. Because it's going to help advance you forward. And see, look, I even see here like all these colors beaming out of the top. I think that's spirit. That's that connection that they want to have with you again. All right. Holy Lord. Okay. Some things cannot be changed no matter how much you want them to. Certainly, you know you can change only yourself, even if you want to influence another person to see things your way. That didn't work before, and it won't work now. Take things at face value and trust your intuition to avoid unnecessary grit. Okay. Treasure is waiting for you on the other side of this situation. Whatever choice you make now, if you move forward and discover it's not for you, you can always change your mind. The point is, your next move is about having an experience, because you have already accumulated so many pearls of wisdom. You can trust yourself to make the right one. Breathe. You've got this. This actually might be a continuation from the other reading, the first reading, because I'm going to tell you, when I was shuffling this, the card that came out for the group 1, that came out for this reading too. And I was like, oh, is this an indication that this could be a continuation? But I didn't think that they wanted that card. So I continued to shuffle. But I'm starting to think that now, the way that this is all kind of unfolding, I think this could be your second message. Or if this was your first choice, there could be a message in group 1 for you. Okay. So, okay, they want me to pull out an animal oracle here. It's on the bottom. Cat, independent. Yeah. Yeah. Because each oyster does that independently. You know, each oyster has that, so basically this is what they're talking about with this pearl. Like, like you or the knight, you're just like taking the whatever, bad deal that you've been handed, or yuck you've had to go through, and you've gone inside and you've like worked it all out by yourself and created this beautiful thing out of it. You know what I mean? Or you're going to, if you choose to turn your attention more to a spiritual, because I think this is something that would come very natural to you if you know what I mean? I think that you've already been connected somehow, but I think some tragedy and some horrible things that have gone on in your life has created, this break or this disconnect or something. But, you know, you have this perseverance here. So the motivation to keep going despite the odds, you know, you're still like, you know, you still have your heart is intact here. You know what I'm saying? So that didn't stop you. And you know what? I'll notice, like, on her necklace, she has this quarter moon, and then there's that quarter moon here too. This one, Spirit. Raccoon, inventor. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. You know, and it has butterfly too, and that's transformation again. I think they talked about that transformation in this card because you're transforming. Yeah, look, and it's a revealer of truth. And you know what? Was that the card that came out in the last one? I can't remember now. You know what? Because it talks here about, I'm going to read it just in case, because the Coyote, revealer of truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. And then it talks about here about avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. The traps and tricks of life. They're showing me here. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness and teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. And that's what they're talking about here. About going through all those storms of life. All of, you know, despite the odds, you persevere. You've persevered all the bad weather and all the seasons, and you know what I mean? Like, and the bison are also actually well grounded. So with all this green coming out too, that tells me that you're grounded too. You know, because you even have, like, I think this even talks about the grounding, the nurture. Yeah. Because this energy is a nurturer. Okay, moving on. Okay, Spirit, what next? Oh, hold on. This one. Okay, so that, yeah, courage is on the bottom. Ooh, okay, here we go. Divine love, no joke, Spirit. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with Spirit. And you know, the last reading, I think that card detachment from kept coming up, or even came up. I can't remember. Well, reframe. This is happening for me, not to me. Yeah, see, and that's what you have to remember. Like, all this hardship that you're going through, Spirit does that as protection. Like, when these things happen, it's to protect you from something way worse, right? Yeah, look, and Limitless is on the bottom here, and it has all these butterflies. So all this transformation, all these wings going on. Like, even this one is flying, and this one, and oh, this one's all full of butterflies too. Oh, and so is this one, and this one. Okay, cool. All right, so what does this one say? See yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. Spirit, it's beautiful. Okay. Okay, let's see here. They want this deck now. The great severing, sorry. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. You know, that's probably because you have gone through, like, you've had some hardships, you know, and that, you know, you probably have been angry with Spirit at times, angry with, you know, source, like, you know, I don't deserve this, like, what the hell is going on here? But, you know, it's, oh, they want me to look at that, and I put it back in. Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. You want that card, Spirit? Trust the timing. Trust the wave you come in on. Time is not running out. Yeah, maybe because you spent so much time in this energy cultivating. Okay, I'm going to put them back in and see if that comes out again. Look, earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Yeah. You know, when you're tapped in and you're able to tap in, because I know you've been able to tap in before, because the Empress card and the Knight of Cups would not have come out in this reading. So either you're already tapped in and you've maybe gone through the dark night of the soul even, and you've transformed into this pearl. And if you haven't yet tapped in, they're asking you to tap in if you want to accept that, and then you can emerge. Like it'll happen very quickly for you because you've already been there. Like, you know how you have all this, like, it looks almost like asteroids coming, you know what I mean? Spirit. Okay. Lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before, Spirit, just like I said. You've been tapped in before, but then you ended up having all this hardship. No joke. Oh, look, and Earth is again on the bottom. Learning not to be human in the world, but not of it. Yeah. Because you know what? Our souls really, you know, our spirits are the big picture thinking. Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Yeah. All right, Spirit. Okay. Needed a minute to think to see if they wanted more there, but okay. So this one, this deck here, they want me to bring out a clarifying life situations here. Whoa. Frost of stillness. Wasn't there another one that was about the winter? And I said about something about all the seasons. Embrace the frost of stillness, wherein the elm or the calm. I think that's a misspelling there. Okay, embrace the frost of stillness, wherein the calm of pause. I don't know what the hell that means. Reflective clarity is found. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about here, about this the stillness, like being inside this pearl, just being in there and processing everything and creating something new, like going through all that transformation, just like all these butterflies here. Okay, you want another card here? Tell me to look at the bottom. Revelations await. Whoa. Embrace the mystery, embark on the journey of discovery, and watch as secrets unveil before you. No joke, because there's like, they were talking about like the secrets, like you're somebody that has like you have the power of the intuition, like the secrets on, you know how to do it. And then this one also talks about like being mysterious and having like secrets. Wow. So the stillness. Okay, they want another card here. Ignite ambition. Pursue desires with drive and face consequences bravely. Keep an open mind as answers reveal your journey. No joke. Okay, oh, they split it when I try to put it down. On your own, it's time to take some alone time or be single to get a new perspective. That's why I'm saying, like, this alone time, you either have spent a lot of time in there and you've come back around, and if you haven't, you're being asked to do so. Look, and the silence is on the bottom. No joke, Spirit. Wow. Okay. Let me just okay, so this is the the truth oracle here. So just see here what Spirit wants. And then I'll read that transformation here. Okay. Okay, so reconcile came out in reverse here. So repair, cure, understanding, and concession. Yeah, I think that has to do with like all this all this hardship that you've gone through. I'm pretty sure this is from this is related to group 1. Okay, so here's Spirit. Okay. See, oh yeah, I just realized, because like you're repackaging yourself. You know what I mean? With all that, this is happening to me. This is happening for me, not to me. Like, I mean, oh, Spirit, yeah, it's like, you know, it's like it's like this shell takes this grit, turns it into a pearl. You know, you're taking all these emotions, and then you're going to be a gift to the world. No joke, Spirit, holy. And you know, you have all this developing you here, and then that comes right out under God, under this weaver's no, all is God, and divine came right underneath it. And then this one with the soul memories and gifts, you've done this before, comes under the, that's pretty cool how they do that, right? Okay. Okay, what other, okay, that book, hold on, I need that book. Number 33. Number 33. Perseverance. Okay, so what does he want me to read here? Okay. They're saying that this is like the picture of like a sturdy oak with the quarter moon. The crescent moon, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh my God, it's talking about the seasons here. Okay, so they're saying that the lesson of the oak, which endures the thrives through many seasons. And I spoke about the seasons before, and then it comes out here with the winter, which reminded me of the season. Okay, is one of resilience, strength, and patience. Yeah, because you have to have that patience to Spirit. Oh my goodness. And it actually, look, oh my God, listen to this. They are one of the world's oldest living trees and represent wisdom and fortitude. The crescent moon symbolizes the start of a moon's journey in the month. The moon will always become full and in perfect time. Didn't we just read something about timing? Oh, maybe it was the last reading. I don't know. We just need to be patient and calmly wait for it to go through the cycle. Yeah, because that's why I was saying, like, the cycles of the season, Spirit. Okay, so they want me to read this little thing here for you too. So it says, the perseverance symbol encourages us to keep going despite the odds that may have stacked against us. This is a time to draw upon your personal power and inner strength to see something through to its natural conclusion. This card appears when progress is slow, or there is a standstill or an impasse, and it seems like nothing will ever be resolved. Like the oak tree and the moon, we must patiently wait our turn, and when the time is right, blocks will be removed and the energy will start to flow beautifully again. Well, that's beautiful, Spirit. Thank you. That, thank you. That's really great. And see, that's because you're still going through all this transformation stuff. And you know what I mean? Like if you have it, if you're in the middle of it, or if you haven't started it, they want you to, but they know that you've been down this road before, and something has knocked you off of your path. So they're asking you to get right back on it, and it won't take you long. I think sometimes you spend a lot of time just barely hanging on. But now, here, like, you know what I mean? It's like the stages, like this one's sitting there, no problem, but this one's sitting like really comfortably. So, you're just going to move through the stages and, okay. So this is very good because this is really good information for you. And with that, I'm going to close this reading and move on to group 3. So have a good day and sending love and light. Welcome, group 3. So let's see what you've chosen here. It's number 24. Weavers share their magic tea. Okay. Share your magic tea. When a witch must drink their brew. No joke, Spirit. Look, their tea and then their brew. Oh my. That's funny. That's really funny. Okay. Oh shoot, they want me to stop. I forgot about this here. They want me to, when I touch this, it reminded me, because they were asking me to move it, and I was just like, why are you making me move it? It's not in the way. But then I realized, okay. All right, Spirit. They want me to pull it one. Oh, geez, that's way too many. They want me to pull out one of these cards for to read at the very end of the reading. Okay. So I think you might be somebody that's pouring into a lot of people or even a lot of things, because you know what I mean? And then that, Spirit, like, see how it has, see how it has like it pouring into that pot, that's like Spirit pouring into that pot, and it's, brewing, and then it pours into that cup, and that cup pours into that cup, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So it like trickles down to other people. Okay, Spirit. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Okay, one card, Spirit. Oh, that just flew in the air. That was cool. Okay. So number 9. Number 9 also is the ending of something too. So, oops. Look, achievement, win the award, accolade, or contract. Number 30. Achievement. Because, like this is being poured in. They want me to read these 2 cards too. So, and then on the bottom, gate and happy, safe and happy travel, protection from harm when journeying. You know what? That's funny, because every group that I did, group 1, 2, and now 3 here, had said that there was like, you were receiving protection, which is cool. So so no matter which group you're in, you're protected. So this whole group from beginning to end is highly protected. Okay, so let's see what's going on here, because I don't know what those cards mean. They want me to read. There's a message in there for you with them. Ooh, the Queen of Wands. Wow. The Queen of Wands, like, that is like, you're very creative, and organized even. Oh yeah, look, I see 2 cats. I'm going to say that those are cats. I mean, I guess they could be dogs or wolves maybe. There's a lot of black here too. Like, you get these crows or ravens, and then you have the black cats. Like, that triangle too. It's her crown, sorry. Yeah, I think, you know, like you just know exactly what you want. You know, yeah, you know exactly what you want to be doing. And you make it look easy. That could be triggering to other people. It could be why you have this, but people would be drawn to you because of it. You know, you have like a comforting kind of energy, you know, but you're really driven too. Like, even though you make things look easy, you work hard and you're driven to make it happen. Okay. Oh, the Six of Wands. That's that stay focused. So you have, you know, people passing this one and that, you know, trying to distract you. But you know that the prize is ahead. So you're going for this one, this one thing here. Yeah. You know, like, you know, see how they're like, you might be getting distracted by the past, but you're, you know, you're not looking in the past. You're looking forward. You're focused. I mean, you probably have had some hiccups just because of these here and behind you. I'm going to say that you probably had some hiccups, but I think you've learned from them. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just like here, like, you know, she's holding on these and she knows she needs that one, but you know, she's letting these ones go because she knows she doesn't need them anymore. Like, you don't need what's going on in the past. You know, you're just letting go of that. Yeah. You know, you keep doing that. If you just keep letting go of the past and keep moving forward, you will succeed, whatever it is that that you're brewing over here. Okay, so let's pull out uh animal oracle here. Okay. Look at that, hummingbird. Miracles. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. Yeah, you have a lot of birds here. You know, it's funny because you have the cats too. You know how they, like, birds hunt, or cats hunt birds. Oh, on the bottom, prosperity. Look at that. And wasn't it just saying that you? I was just saying how, like, with this one, you're going to succeed. So the frog is also like a transformation too. So, because they go through all those stages, right? So let go of the past. No joke. Look, now I just finished saying that you let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy, abundance, and good fortune await you. Absolutely. Okay. So they want me to read these two because there's a message in these for you. So 24. So divine inspiration that could be life-changing. Be receptive and curious to follow through selflessness. Yeah, see, that's why I'm saying, like, spirit is pouring into you there. I was right on that. Well, when the dream weavers share their magic tea, it's a sign to remember the divine quality of inspiration. You know the feeling. One moment you're walking, taking a shower, or driving your car, and suddenly ideas come pouring through your mind and heart. You feel like you could explode with hope. These are gifts from the divine, from source, the conscious universe, or any other name you claim to describe spirit. Yeah, because the creativity, that's, oh, spirit, I get that now. Okay. So, sorry, I got off. Okay. These gifts come unbidden and may answer a query you forgot you even asked. Okay. Inspiration is a feeling sense and comes with its own intelligence and logic. Just like the crows are very intelligent and logical birds, and very magical too. In fact, it's as if you've been starting a complicated series of locks that have kept you away from the next manifestation of a destiny you've always known, but just couldn't get to. Suddenly, all the locks just begin turning. Pins click into place, and the door swings open to get the light shine to let the light shine in. Now you have inspiration in all this technicolor glory. Did you think the dream weavers would keep their magic? And I just finished saying how the birds are magic. The magic tea all to themselves. You just need to stay receptive and follow through on your curiosity. Then watch the magic arise to greet you. Inspiration wants to give you a gift. Let it. That was for this one. See, all that light is coming down in, and then you're going to be able to spread that to others that are behind you. Yeah, the Spirit is trying to get you to understand that things are more than what you think. Like, okay, when the witch must drink their brew, that's this one here. Essential meaning is being unapologetically comfortable with who you are, trusting and knowing your own magic, being authentic and inspired, the courage to own your values and who you are, not succumbing to the spell of society. Very good, Spirit. Do you trust in your own magic? You should. There is no one like you, and your essence is brimming with life force and purpose unique to you. This is your magic elixir, so drink it down and cast off what does not serve you. Just like that one, like just let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. Being fully yourself is what's required of you right now. Nothing less will do. Yes, it takes courage to cast off the spell of society with all its expectations, manipulations, and restrictions to claim your true expression. Do you worry about the consequences? What if you won't fit in? These are times when a new world is being birthed. Your trust note in the symphony of life can only be played by you. This is how you serve the whole world in harmony with others to create the sweetest music. This is a time for you. This is a time for you to ask yourself what is truly authentic to you. What is it? What is in or out of alignment with your values? Adjust your life where you need to, for this is a profound time to stand up, shine, and be seen. Drink in your magic, share it with the world, and be bold. When a witch must drink their brew, they're at a profound moment to their own magic, just like you. You were born for these times. No joke. And that's why I was, oh my God, Spirit. And you know, these hummingbirds too, the hummingbirds also, they have that, like they're so tiny and they're actually very ferocious and very territorial. And, they're very strong little birds. They're so small, but yet they're very tenacious. And, like that, their wings, like they make that sound. And that's like a frequency. It's like a music. It's like a frequency. That's amazing, Spirit. It's beautiful. Okay. So, what next? Yeah. Oh, shoot. I just dropped the whole deck on the floor. Sorry, hold on. Oh, goodness. You know what? I'm going to... Oh, my God. I'm not even going to joke with you, but the 2 cards that came out is like liberation and courage. Look at that. Okay. Look, and limitless. Yeah. Freedom. Well, wow, Spirit. That's what they're talking about here with this card. Like, don't be afraid to be who you are. Like, you might be starting to awaken into, like, and not really understand what's happening. Yeah, have some kind of acceptance with it. Radical acceptance in the now opens the flow. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Spirit. You want this card? Now opens in the flow. That's what they're talking about here. You allowing this magic into your world, into your psyche. Oh my God, Spirit. I should have kept that card, I think. Okay. Okay, so what card do you want here for in the flow, the T? My God, Spirit. You know, I saw that card flow too, came out onto the floor when I dropped the deck. All right. You know, like you'll see here, the light is flowing down here, but the light is also flowing. Do you know what I mean? Like you have all this light flowing down. That's amazing, Spirit. The weavers share their magic tea. And then this one, when a witch must drink their brew. That is so funny. Okay, Spirit, anytime now. I'm supposed to keep that card, I think. Oh my goodness, and I was just saying about the flow. Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. Well, true offering. I'm not even joking. And look at the birds, Spirit. True offering takes what can be unbearable cross and returns it to love. The true offering takes what can be unbearable, an unbearable cross, and turns it into love. So you have the crows, and you know, and they're flying too. So, and you know, and these dolphins too. It talks about play, and I mean, at the flow, underneath the flowing of the. And that other card that came out too talked about the flow. Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. Yeah, that's that staying focused. Invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God. Pursue me. Okay. You know, I see that there's a lot of purple coming out here too, so, and blue. So that's like your throat chakra, your third eye, your crown. Okay. Surrender to the sweetness is on the bottom. Look, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. You know, and they're talking about this joy with the dolphins, and then the love too with, you know, with the birds and with Spirit. Okay. I splitted the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Yeah, I think that you don't understand that you have the ability. You know, a lot of people are awakening at this time, and a lot of people don't really understand what's going on. A little more birds here. Star brothers, horse energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. You know, and Horse is the one that has the hawk head. You know, they're connected with the, he's connected with Hathor, and Hathor is both the solar, about the sun. And, you know, I'll tell you, like, with that light above her head, I keep thinking about the sun there. Oh, look at that. It's back on the bottom. Surrender to sweetness. I'm going to do this one more time. Well, yeah, they're trying to crack you open. Rock bottom. Surrender to the alchemy of life. Okay. So I got to find out what, I don't know what this achievement is. Win the award. What is this? Win the award, accolade, or contract. The true offering. Something's going to flow to you. You know, and it, you know what I mean? It might be just a small thing, but it's going to turn into like a massive achievement or something. And it's going to be a big win, is what I heard. Oh my goodness. And I think you're questioning yourself right now, because this is child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. So maybe you're wondering if it, you know, like you're watching this or something and you're like, yeah, but you know, is that really, do I really have that? Like, do I really, do I really possess that? Look, in the new earth. And was it, which card was it? Was it this card that was talking about that we're into a new world now? It's happening. Keep holding the vision. I'm not joking. And that's one, like, oh my God. And this one is about like staying focused. Oh my God. That is so funny. Spirit, that is hilarious. Oh my God, they have been so funny all day with these cards. Okay, so one here. Which one do you want for that? Look at that, and trust the timing yet again. I think that came out in the last one too. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. The wave, and you have the flow here. She's on the water here. Okay. Okay, what else? Spirit. They're asking me to bring something different out for you. They're asking me to bring out, okay, so they're going to get me to read this achievement card, but then they want me to read a postcard for you. So we're going to bring this achievement and put it over here. So you're going to have some kind of achievement. Okay, win the award. This is number 30. Okay, win the award. Number 30. Let me find that book. Oh, there we go. Number 30. Here we go. Number 30. What do you want me to... Okay. Okay. Okay, so what they're saying here is that this symbol here, it says that it represents a crown and a trophy and acts as a form of sympathetic magic to attract awards and accolades into your life. The lines point upwards, directing energy outwards to invite acknowledgement and appreciation. If there's a big competition, contract, or job interview on the horizon, this is a good symbol to start working with. So, and they're talking about, like, they keep talking about, like, how they're talking about here about the light, like how the lines are pointing upwards to direct the energy. You know, they have it here and here, and now they're bringing it out here again. Actually, you know what? All of it is, because even her hands are doing that, and so is she. Okay, so the rest of it here they want you to know is the achievement symbol is all about recognition for your hard work and the belief that you deserve to win. The trickery element of this symbol is that it will not respond if you have even 1 ounce of self-doubt. A winner's mindset is important. Work with this symbol by visualizing yourself receiving the reward, the accolade, or contract. Expect success. Don't just wish or hope for it. It's important to take the time for focused daydreaming and clearly imagine the end results. And there it is again about that timing that we were just talking about here. So this is about manifesting your dreams here. Yeah. Okay. So they want me to bring out a spirit deck here. So we're just going to see what they want here. This is the only, the other groups didn't get this card here. This is just for this particular. I think you're struggling with the fact that you're able to connect with a higher intelligence, because the intelligence, there's a lot of intelligence out here. There's, you know, the dolphins are very intelligent, the birds are very intelligent, like these ravens and crows. Okay. You know, and cats are really protective, and they're also spiritual. So maybe you never considered yourself as one. Whoa, spirit, calm down. Okay, I don't know what they want here. There's too many cards that flew out. Okay, this one. Well, and it's got a rabbit on it too, so something's coming in. Love, live your dreams. That's what it says. Okay, dearest you, isn't it amazing how things seem to come around again? Full circle. Okay. In ways you could not possibly have planned. You wonder how a dream could die, only to be resurrected years later when you're really ready. You thought it was time back then, but your wisdom knows better than your small self, whose desires are unmet. Now here you are with a new opportunity to do things from a different, more mature perspective. We want you to trust that in this new opportunity for rebirth, you will be called into 2 directions. And the one that is unfamiliar will be the right one. In the unknown spaces, the uncharted places of infinite potential, we are waiting to guide you into your fullest life. Big bounty will come if you remain in the present. You have come full circle, and now you can see that everything changes. See that everything changes, is made, and is given new hope. Loving you always, just like this achievement card here. Spirit. Okay. You know, and rabbits are about rebirth too. Okay. All right, Spirit. So thank you very much for this reading. And I hope this is really helpful to somebody, because, you know, like, you're somebody that is like, you have all that potential. And like they're saying here that, you know, the right direction is the one that's unfamiliar to you. And maybe that's why, like, you know, if you've tried this in the past and it didn't work, like now it's the time. So that's really good. Great. Really grateful for this reading, Spirit. And I hope this is really helpful to somebody that needs this and will be able to get some good advice from this, Spirit. I'm going to close the reading, and I hope you have a good day, and I'm going to send you love and light.